Namaste, beautiful brothers and sisters. How is it going? I'm not allowed to do lives on Facebook at the moment, so I'm jumping on to Instagram just to see if anyone's there. Oh, we've got Rainbow, Alex. That's really, really good. So how's everyone feeling today? That we're in the Leo season, the Lion's Gate. Hi Jean. I'm just going to get some water. We're in the Lion's Gate. It's all good, isn't it, guys? One sec. In fact, I'll have some of my... Oh, a wee bit of my tonic water. So, it's all kicking off, isn't it, brothers and sisters? Around the world. And... watched an amazing video about Melbourne today. It was brilliant. Melbourne's had enough. Jesus Christ. And I saw a video about France. Lockdown Sydney, 5 million people. Did you see the one about France where they went into the town hall and they took down the picture of the leader? I'm not gonna say his name. I'll get flagged up if I say his name. The leader of the place where they speak like that, they say bonjour, ça va? The leader of that country, they went into the town hall and they took down the picture and they destroyed it because the French have had enough. Please send healing to Sydney. What's going on in Sydney? I don't know what's going on in Sydney, Susan. Fill us in. Melbourne finally got off their arses, I know. Yeah, the programming really got deep in Australia, didn't it? Because I think with Australia, because they had so many good things like the climate, the quality of life, it was like, why should we question? Why should we be rebellious? Why should we? We've got it all. We've got this amazing tropical climate. We've got all of this abundant fresh fruit. We've got an amazing standard of living. We've all got pools in our back garden. Why on God's great earth should we, say no to the tyranny? That's why it's taken Australia a long time to get off their backsides. But you have to, Susan, everyone has to organise and just say no, and everyone needs to come out of their houses and take to the streets, and do you know what I mean? It's the only way it's going to end. We're all being tested, and whatever happened in Melbourne, I know everyone doesn't have a pool. I'm generalising. People in the cities, I've been to Melbourne, and people in Melbourne don't. But a lot of the people, I'm just talking about the general vibration of the collective consciousness of Australia has been very comfortable. And if you're very, very comfortable, why would you question the narrative? Some parts say today to expect some kind of shortage within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm stocking up, guys, because we don't know what's going on. Police patrolling anywhere. Yeah, so in the 8/8 Lionsgate transmission, which is going to be about the royal marriage of the Lion and the Lioness of Judah, which is your own DNA. It's not something outside of yourself. Like the Lion and the Lioness of Judah are not external, they're within you. It's within your own DNA configuration. Like we all have this, well, especially the 144,000, we all have this feline DNA blueprint, and so we're going to be activating that on the 8/8. Very, very, very powerful, in terms of your power, your spiritual power, being able to harness your spiritual power. So we're going to experience the ceremony of the Lion and the Lioness of Judah, which is our own DNA, but also we're going to be working with the higher self of the military now, brothers and sisters. Thank you. We're going to be working with the higher self of the military. On the Magdalene transmission, we worked with the higher self of the police, and now on the 8/8 transmission, we're going to be working with the higher self of the military. So we need military protection now. We're in a spiritual you-know-what, and there is an agenda to harm us. And so we need protection. We need to utilise all of our powers now to call in. We're so powerful in our visualizations, in our imagination. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, you can manifest it. Like, that's what they know. That's why they try to control us so much, because one of us with an open third eye and fully activated and like holding those visions, those godly visions, it's next level, guys. And so two of us, three of us, it's not like plus, it's to the power of. So it's all exponentially kind of like intensified. So we must really dig deep now and visualize. Like, don't go into victim consciousness. They want you to think that you don't have any power, but you are the most powerful creation in God's multiverse. You are, I am. We are divine children of heaven. Do you know what I mean? We hold the Trump blueprint, the Christic blueprint. There is no more powerful force in this universe other than us. And this is why we are so freaking targeted. Now, may you take inspiration from the words that I'm speaking and understand how powerful you are. You are a creator. You are God's daughter. You are God's son. I am as well. And when I align my vision and my imagination and my visualization capabilities with the will of God, i.e. healing and harmony for all, then this is a game changer. There is nothing more powerful than us aligning our will with God's will and visualizing the military joining us, visualizing the police putting down their helmets, because we're not just doing this for us, we're doing this for the police's children and grandchildren, the military's children and grandchildren. What kind of world are they going to be leaving for them? Do you know what I mean? Like, we because they're not awake, we have to do their bidding for them. We have to do this, the protesting or the visualization or the holding of that vision. Like, we have to do it for them, you know? Yeah. So never ever doubt who you are. Finn's coming now, he doesn't like it when I do lives in the kitchen. Mum, can you do a live in the living room? Can you do a live in the living room? Yeah, he's going to come in now and moan. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, never ever forget how powerful you are. Never ever forget that you are. This is what they're most afraid of. In fact, I'm gonna go out because it's gonna really disrupt the flow of the video when Mr. F comes in with his moaning, and because I want to make his breakfast. Fair enough. Go into my lovely meditation room. We must hold the light for those who are not awake. Exactly. And they are. More and more people are waking up all the time, aren't they, brothers and sisters? Like, we really are witnessing this profound global awakening, this great awakening. Like, we are in it. And as they get more atrocious, the deletes, as they get more atrocious and more outrageous, more and more people are going to wake up. What do you reckon, Archie Bear? Mr. 5D Doggy, what do you reckon? I think Archie's saying a confirmative yes. So, I'm gobsmacked at what's going on. Was it March for 15 minutes? The abuse I copped it. Extraordinary. Oh God, was that from the police, Susan? Shit. Dimensional consciousness, when you sort of understand that there's more, you go into fourth dimensional consciousness. But fourth dimensional consciousness is still duality. You know, it's like you're still in a loop, but you're actually in a more complex loop when you go into 4D. And a lot of people, like a lot of preachers, a lot of people I could name are stuck in 4D, and they've escaped 3D. They're not asleep, but they haven't got to 5D yet, you know, so they're still in fear. They're still vulnerable to the fear vibration, you know. Yeah, and so what we've got to do, we just got to keep on pushing so that we stabilise in 5D. That has got to be the aim of the game. And so once you're stabilised in 5D, that means that you're in Christ consciousness. That means that whenever you go out of your house, every single person that is blessed to come into contact with you, you see the Christ self You recognise the divinity and the Christ self that dwells in every single one of God's creatures, every single one of God's creations, whether that be an ant, a bee, a human, a dog, anyone. You are able to see the divinity. You are able to see the glory. You are able to see what God sees within that person. You know, you are able to see that that being is pure preciousness, pure innocence in their core, whether they've forgotten that and gone down a dodgy path or not, like, it doesn't matter. You see them in their core, and you recognise the Christic self that dwells within them. That's when you know when you're in 5D. When you don't stay off, where you stay on your surfboard. So even though something really, really, really intense can happen for you, like you could get like destroyed by your family, you could get like bullied, you could get publicly shamed, you could get rejected, but it won't affect you. It won't affect you. You will stay on your surfboard. You won't get wobbled by external challenges. That's when you know you're in 5D, when you can ride that wave proficiently. That doesn't mean that you're not real and you're not genuine, and if you want to have a cry, you're going to have a cry. If you're upset, that doesn't mean that at all. It just means that you don't collapse out of that, out of holding that frequency, you know, of alignment and stability and love and service and kindness to all your brothers and sisters. You stay on that path. I don't know. A lot of people recommend the Bible. You have to decipher the Bible. I'm not a Bible reader. I went to a convent school. They shoved the Bible down my throat. I've got no interest in the Bible. I think Revelations is quite interesting. I'm not an expert on the Bible, so I'm not the best person to really ask about that. I know Santos Bonocci, whatever his name is, he reads the Bible a lot, and I love him. I think he's absolutely amazing. Santos Bonocci. Is that his name? Bonocci? I reckon you should read my books. My books are very, very, very sacred, and my books are. You don't need to try to sort of like unfathom what's being said. It's just a direct transmission. Whereas I think with the Bibles is more a case of you have to sort of like decipher what the codes are and understand the symbology and all that. But just read my books. So yeah, that's how we know we're in 5D, where we don't get affected by external challenges. Like we're like surfers, we're cosmic surfers, and we are professional cosmic surfers, whereby we can stay on our board. That is how you know you're in 5D. A lot of people are in 4D, and so I believe in angels. Can I buy your book on Amazon? Yes, darling. Yeah, you can, Susan. It's like, that's the aim of the game. You have to get to the point where you don't care what anyone says about you. You have to get to the point where you have to commit to purity, to the path of innocence and purification, and you have to know that you are committed to that path. And so if you get judged and criticized, it doesn't matter, because in your heart you are a beautiful, good soul. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anyone says about you. This is how we stabilise. This is how we know we're stable. I have been absolutely, I've been hammered on social media. I had pretty much 90% of the Glastonbury community turn against me and have like public bullying posts with over 180 comments from all of the men in the community, because I spoke up about the narrative and I was supporting Mr. T. But I don't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit what anyone says about me, because I'm here to serve God and I'm here to please God, and human beings aren't going to understand that, and I've made peace with that. And this is how we get to 5D. This is where we have a fully activated throat chakra. It's the 5th chakra. This is the 5th dimension. Is about really 5th dimensional consciousness is about really deeply activating our throat chakra, so that we speak our truth regardless of whether it's going to be a popular opinion or not. That's not being in 5D, only saying something because like everyone's going to go, oh yeah, well done, that's brilliant, oh well done for saying that. No. You have to speak your truth, and it doesn't matter. So long as you know that your heart is pure, so long as you know that you're serving God and that you really, really, really deeply want to serve your brothers and sisters, that is enough. That's enough. And that is how we stay anchored in fifth dimensional consciousness. Because if we're not in 5D, what happens is we'll speak our truth, and then we'll, based upon our frequency, we'll attract people. So, you'll attract people that will criticise you, and then they'll criticise you, and then that'll make you collapse and come out of 5D. You're not stabilised in 5D then. And that's fine. It's not a judgment. It takes a lot to stabilise. Read all my books, read all my workbooks. This is what all my work is about. It is about assisting everyone in my community to stabilise in 5D. I've got all the tools. Because I've done it. I didn't have a teacher. I didn't have a roadmap. I had to be the trailblazer, going through the path of consciousness. It was like a really heavy duty forest that I had to work through with all my ancestral trauma, do you know what I mean? And I had to find a way to stabilise in fifth dimensional consciousness. And so through that, I've been able to create a roadmap. And that roadmap is the service that I share with my community through all of the different levels that you can work with me, do you know what I mean? So these are my free videos. You can do transmissions, which are open to donation, or you can sign up and do my actual proper programmes. Purity of heart, speak from our hearts, yeah. And so this is part of the reason why I wanted to make this video today. I just wanted to give everyone a little bit of inspiration, but I wanted to let everyone know that at 17 minutes past 7, because that is a very, very deeply connected twin flame number. So at 17 minutes past 7 p.m. UK time, yeah, me and Magenta will create more videos. She's had to have a break recently, but we will definitely. Hold on a minute. Have I read Stuart Wilde? Yes, I have read Stuart Wilde. I read Stuart Wilde many, many, many years ago, yes. So anyway, I just want to let you all know that basically I'm going to be hosting a wealth mastermind, a little taster class. So it's going to be at 17 minutes past 7 p.m. today, and this is going to be an opportunity for you to come and work very, very closely with me and receive some of these incredible codes around millionaire mindset, wealth consciousness. And it's so important, brothers and sisters, that we have this conversation, because so much of the divine feminine has been controlled and suppressed by her relationship with wealth and abundance, and we've had so much programming to deal with as the divine feminine, in terms of giving everything away for free, feeling obliged to give away everything for free. But that is not how a millionaire moves through the world, do you know what I mean? You have to place a value on your offerings. You have to understand that for everyone that is part of this community, like, it's not just this lifetime that our skill set is based on. This is based on previous lifetimes where we've been like motivational speakers, where we've been healers, where we've been teachers and activators. So all of the tools and the codes that I am sharing are not just from this lifetime. They're based on thousands of lifetimes of me being a teacher, a way shower, a trailblazer, a coach. So it's an amazing opportunity for us all to come and have this conversation, because people have to realise that part of the programming has made us believe that our relationship to wealth is very, very stuck because of our parents. A lot of our parents have been stuck in this poverty trap. I know my parental lineage has definitely come from a sort of a poverty trap. And so what that does is it makes you believe that it's not accessible to you. Do you know what I mean? That the abundance and wealth isn't accessible to you, but that's a lie. Everything that you experience is based upon your beliefs. And so if you can actually check your beliefs, you transform your experience of reality. And so the fast track is to work with a mentor, because all this is permission slips. We receive codes from working with people that have activated these codes within their own psyche and their own consciousness. So I've activated these codes. I've been surrounded by amazing mentors in the last few months. And so because of me being vibrationally around them, they have massively up-leveled my vibration. And because of whoever I am, I've been able to stabilise in that very, very sort of abundant state of consciousness. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I want to share with you. I want to share all of these codes with you so that then you can transform your relationship with wealth and abundance, and you can start realizing the truth about what this is. It's a resource. It's a resource, and it's neutral. It's not evil, it's not good. It's just a neutral resource that is based upon your belief system. So yeah, I'm hosting this free masterclass today at 7, and there's still a few spots available. There are a limited amount of spaces because it's on Zoom. So if you go to the link in my bio, it should come up as the first thing, free mastermind on Zoom. Oh, thank you. I've got beautiful eyes. That's really nice to say that. I just got chills. Yeah. It's going to be amazing, guys. Share this. Please let everyone know that that this masterclass is going to be shared, and I really intend to not hold anything back. I'm going to share so much with you all. In 5D, is it normal to experience the kind of frustration that leads to bad habits such as carb addiction? Not really. That's more kind of 4D, I'd say. Yeah. So the link to book is in my bio. There's a little minimal booking fee, which I have to do in order to make sure that we stay like within the limited number of people, because it's on Zoom. So I've requested that everyone have their camera off, because I probably want to release this masterclass to my community, and I don't want you all to feel that you're sharing your energy if you don't want to. Do you know what I mean? So everyone's going to sort of come, or it might be that I sort of say hello to everyone with their cameras on, and then the masterclass I will do with the camera off, and then at for the question section it will be cameras back on, probably something like that. But I'm so excited. Like, me and Zoe, we are buzzing. We're creating all these amazing bundles for you so that you can work with me and work with my tools in a really exciting and productive way. So I'm going to go in a minute, have a meeting with Zoe, get everything finalized for this for this free Zoom class. So basically it's now 1 o'clock, so it's going to start in 6 hours 17 minutes from right now in this moment. Excuse me. Was there any other announcements? I don't think there is. Read my energy report, guys. My energy report, I've had woke up to the most amazing emails from so many of you. My energy report really deeply touched many people's hearts. There was a particular vibration that came through of my energy report, which was very powerful and very empowering for everyone that read it. So if you haven't read my energy report, I highly recommend that you do. And I think, I don't know, I'll put a link in my, I'll put a link on my link tree for my latest energy report. It's a really good idea, actually. So that's it, guys. How do we access your energy report? Well, I'm going to, hello, you Carrie, darling. Yeah, you were a bit late. I've been speaking for ages, but it's a good video. Watch it. Watch the whole thing. It's a really good inspirational message. How do we access your energy report? Well, I'm going to add it to my link tree. So if you go to my bio in about 5 minutes, you'll see latest ascension report, and then you can click it. So so hopefully you can share this video. There's a little arrow thing that you can share this video, and I would really appreciate as many of you to share this video as possible. And yeah, I'm so excited to meet so many of you on this masterclass in 6 hours time. It's going to be so amazing. Like, we're all going to transform together, and we're all going to up level together. Yeah. And this will help you if you've stayed stuck with your income, or if you've stayed, feel like you're not really having breakthroughs in your visibility online and sharing your offerings. This is for you. This is going to really up level you and your understanding of your value and your worth. And I've got some really exciting announcements to share. Yeah, there is a massive shift with the DM. Oh God, yeah. So always around the time of August, big things go on with the twin flames, and this is to do with the Lion's Gate, and this is to do with our feline DNA and the royal marriage of the lion and the lioness of Judah. And this is an internal marriage, and this is all symbolized in the sign of Leo. So this is a very, very important time for twins. It's connected to the royal lineage, the royal bloodline, the royal blueprint that we all hold, which has been, you know, they've tried to cap that. They've tried to sort of, you know, deny that royal lineage to us. But in the Leo season, it's like it comes out into the forefront, and we remember our royal lineage. So yeah, this means that a lot of twins are going to be coming into recognition of each other. A lot of the divine masculines are going to be getting very, very pissed off with their karmic relationships. They're going to be having insights that there's more, God has more lined up for them other than someone that can just simply tolerate them. Because a lot of these karmic relationships, it's not based upon being in a union with someone that celebrates you. It's about being in a union with someone that tolerates you, and that is so detrimental to the soul. Like, I know about that. I had a group of friends that I, you know, was connected to, and they didn't celebrate me. They just tolerated me because I was so far out there and in 5D fairyland. Do you know what I mean? They just thought I was some sort of like mascot or gimmick for them to make them look good spiritually, you know. So I know exactly what that feels like to not be celebrated, you know. And a lot of these masculines in these karmic relationships, it's all based upon obligation. It's all based upon scarcity and lack, and the understanding that or the false belief that Mother, Father, God hasn't created your most dream ideal partner on this paradise earth for you to merge with. And so if you've like let go of that knowing and that belief, then you're going to settle for any little scrap that the universe throws at you, because you're so worried that you're just going to be alone. This is the very definition of a karmic relationship, a scarcity relationship, and a lack consciousness. Now, a lot of men, a lot of the DMs have been trapped in these karmic karmic entanglements. And so with the energies of the Lion's Gate and this Leo portal, they're going to start having dreams, synchronicities with their twin flame, and they're going to start like getting nudges from their higher self that there's more to life than just this bullshit being tolerated. There's so much purging and so much truth coming out of both sides. You were hitting the nail on the head. My DM and I are clearing so many people who aren't celebrating us. Yes, Ashi, exactly. This is what this is about. The Leo season is about leveling up. It's about understanding who we are and truly owning our value and owning our worth. You know, and understanding that the world isn't going to give that to you. You have to claim it. I had to claim it. And that's the reason why I can speak with such authority, because I was a very advanced spiritual student, but I was still waiting. I was still waiting for Archangel Michael to pop out the fifth dimension and say, oh, Jen, we acknowledge you're a very spiritual goddess, and here you go, here's your crown, and here's your entrance to the fifth dimension. I was waiting. So many of us are waiting, you know, and we're not claiming our divinity. We're not claiming our self-worth. But you have to claim it. I had to claim it, you know. So stop waiting. Or if you are waiting, like, this is it. This is your moment. This is your moment. Do you know what I mean? Stop waiting. And this is how you inspire everyone, by owning it and stepping up, you know. So yeah, stop waiting for permission to shine. Take your crown, put it on your head, and wear it with pride, so that every single person in your reality can see you, that you're a goddess, you're a queen, and you don't need permission. You gave yourself permission. And so you've activated those codes within your own consciousness. And so because you've activated those codes, that makes it makes it so easy for other people in your reality to activate those codes. This is why we work with a mentor, because the mentor has activated those codes already in their field. And so when you work with a mentor, you are presented with a path with no obstructions. You are offered a pure path for you to up level, for you to transform on. And it's through working with the permission slips that the mentor has activated within her own psychic consciousness. And this is why I've signed up to work with a mentor. I'm working with Catherine Porritt. I've signed up for her container because she has codes. She has activated codes that I want to activate. Now, I know I could activate those codes, but if I work with her, I'm going to fast track that. Because remember, I'm an A triple star student on the spiritual path. So why would I waste that time trying to activate those codes or working on activating those codes when I can just work with Catherine? And already the container hasn't even started, but already me signing up and making that big investment to work with her closely, I am already connected to her frequency, and so I am already receiving the transmission of her upgrade. And this is how it works, you know. So already I'm getting value from the fact that I've signed up to work with Catherine. And I know that because I was taken on a very, very deep shamanic journey connected to her codes. And so through that, I then activated the codes within myself because she stood there as someone fully, fully activated with those permission slips. Do you get what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Now, I could get there. I don't need Catherine Porritt. You don't need me. We don't need anyone. Like, we will all get there. I'm a mentor. I'm a mentor. How do you find a good mentor? Me. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm offering these programs. Like, so I'm offering this Second Wealth Mastermind container, which is going to be running concurrently at the time when I'm going to be doing this 1 month container with Catherine Porritt. So every single thing that I get, I experience from her teachings, I will be sharing with all of the students on the Second Wealth Mastermind container. So that's so true. I'm claiming all. The last week has given me so much info to level up. I've always been a lion and I'm coming for what's mine. Yes, you're such a gift. Chills. Yeah, that's it. So you find a mentor that you resonate with. You find a mentor that you trust. You find a mentor whose heart is aligned with service to God. Do you know what I mean? Not service to like lining up their pockets or lining up their popularity or becoming a celebrity. Like you want to align with a mentor that is purely here on this earth to please God and to serve God and to make God happy. And that way you will literally have like the world's like A-star top class mentor, where someone that wants to serve you. Do you know what I mean? Like I deeply want to see you in power, because I know that as you stand tall in your community with your crown, having activated your royal DNA codes, remembering your true value, your true worth, standing in that place, not waiting for permission, just having claimed it within yourself, I know that will create a very powerful ripple effect for your entire community. And there will be people around you, I'm getting goosebumps, there will be people around you, especially people that have been working on their vibration and are getting quite on a high level spiritually, that once you stand in that place, they will then up level their frequency, and it's like a ripple effect. We're creating a ripple effect. Like, we are the harbingers of the new earth, brothers and sisters. And I know that I am a true leader of the new earth in my own vibration. And so everyone that works closely with me gets that opportunity to also stabilize. And then once you're stable, then you then become so impactful. Like, I know I am so freaking impactful. And that's not even just my online presence. I know just walking out the house. Every time I walk out the house, I walk out the house as a true goddess. I walk through the world, I move through the world as a goddess, as an embodied goddess. And so what that means is that I show up in presence. Every person that I'm blessed to meet, I show up in my full presence, honouring them as God's daughter, as God's son. I know that my vibration is very, very special to men, because men are programmed to seek out and recognize the true embodied goddess, because there's so much sort of like, because of the programming, we're a rare breed. We're a rare breed, do you know what I mean? That has fully transcended the programming and have fully activated our throat chakra and moved through the world with that level of confidence. It's very, very rare. And so I notice with men, there's this sense of relief of like, oh my God, there are like leader women, there are teacher women, there are women out there that can lead us home to heavenly consciousness, to fifth dimensional consciousness. So it's not just your online, like I'm not just impactful in my online world, I'm impactful like every single aspect of my life. And that's what I want to inspire in as many people in my community as possible. Yeah. And it's like the more of us that can like really like stand in our stability, not needing permission, not waiting for permission, then that's when we are creating the ripple effect. Yeah, men get hurt by women that are not doing the work to integrate their shadow aspect, to understand their shadow aspect, to do the work, to retrieve like certain fragmented and separated parts of ourselves. Like I've devoted the last 20 years to doing shadow work. Before I became public, I was focused on doing my shadow work, because not only are you doing your own shadow work, you then go into your ancestral shadow work, your karmic shadow work, your family lines, your father's line, your mother's line, the whole works. And there's so much trauma that we have to integrate as the awakened ones in our lineage. Do you know what I mean? So we have to do that work. And you know, and I never had a mentor. I wish I had a mentor. I never really understood the importance, really. I mean, I did have one kind of mentor, but I've never had a 3D mentor. I've only had 5D mentors. So because of me and my vibration, I'm able to connect with teachers that I'm meant to work with on a higher dimensional level. So I don't actually need to come into their physical field in order for me to receive their codes. And that's a great way to be. I recommend that for everyone, you know. But you have to get your vibration at a certain level whereby you can then connect on a 5D level, because unless you've done the work, there'll be too many sort of like distortions, and you won't understand that they truly are giving you telepathy. Like I can just go into like full telepathy with some of my mentors, my 5D mentors. There's no distortions. There's no weird shit, you know, because I've cleared so much. And so my telepathic channels are just completely and utterly pristine. And that's where you need to get to. You need to understand that your heart is the living master of your journey. Your heart is the guru that you are seeking, you know. And so once you realize that, and you drop from you leap from prioritizing the mind and the egoic narrative and the egoic consciousness, and you take that leap to trusting the heart, this is when you fully become purified. And this is where your consciousness becomes purified. Our consciousness is purified when we prioritize the heart consciousness over the mind consciousness. And on that note, that's all your gems, all the gems you're getting from me today. Because if you want more, come and sign up for this free mastermind, guys. I'm going to share with you so much. I'm going to talk about every single aspect, the holistic aspect of showing up in the world as your master self, you know, and all of the amazing magic and miracles that comes from that. So see you all on the Zoom, which is going to be it's going to be in exactly 6 hours from now. I'm so excited to be meeting up with you. The replay will be available. So if you can't make the live call, there will be a replay. And you have to email my assistant Zoe at info@GemMcCarthy, and she will send you the replay. 100%. I've always been told my presence is strong. They can't help but see me, lions, not sheep. Everything you're saying is on point. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen Sashi. All right, guys. So that's my message. Thank you all so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. They're really messing with me. They're taking away all my subscribers. So let's fight their algorithm by just going and subscribing and checking in whether you've been unsubscribed or not. But they can't shut me up. And even if they can, I don't care, because my vibration is internal. My power is within my own consciousness. And even if they took everything away, I would still be as powerful as I am with a platform, because my power is in my imagination and my consciousness, and that which I hold and know to be true is what I'm constantly manifesting, and so are you. See you later, Jen. Zoom. Yes, everything you said was very on point. Yes. So, Yukari, let's share this video. Let's get this video up on Facebook. I'm going to share this video on Facebook. I'm going to share it on all my social media, and I would really appreciate it if you could too. So I'm going to post all the links for everyone for my global transmission, put it in my link tree, and love you all. Honestly, I really, really love you all. I love my community. I've got the best community on the internet. I know for an absolute fact. You are the star seeds, the 144,000. So let's do this. Let's do this, guys.